Hi there. Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. I do not like being late. Let's see if I can catch anybody on today. Welcome back this morning. I told you I'd be on at 3 and I should have said Pacific time. So I'm going to wait to see if anybody gets on. There we go. Hi, Carol. There we go. We got people starting to pop on now. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Easter's coming. Hi, Eva. So I thought that I would remind you guys about how to make these really simple Easter baskets. Hi, Susan. In a bunch of different sizes. So I've made 2 in advance. There's 4 different sizes I have for you. And I'm going to make the third size right now while you watch, and then I'll tell you about the other sizes. Let's see, here we go. Hi, Jean. Okay, we've got enough people. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me just tell you my host code because I forgot to do that this morning. So let me get that down here so when I flip my camera down, you can see that. All right, let's go down here. There we go. I missed you too, Mary Jo. Thank you. All right. So there's my host code and my web page. Hi, another Mary. How are you? And then if you need to email me or if you need to tell somebody about me on YouTube that only has YouTube and no Facebook, it's just under my name on YouTube. Okay? So there again, there's the host code for this month. All right. So there are these Easter baskets that are super simple to make, but I do something a little bit different than I've seen out there. We've been doing these Easter baskets for years, so some of you may know how to do this already, but some of you may not if you're new or you just haven't seen it before. So I chose for this one that I'm going to show you right now to use, hi Sherry, to use the Celebration 6x6 paper you may have earned, because I know a lot of people have that, so you can make an Easter basket right away. Hi Virginia, hi Carol. So let's get started with the 6x6. So since this pack is 6x6 and it has all these different colors in it, you can choose whichever pattern paper you want and make all the Easter baskets you want for all the children in your life. And so we don't have to cut this down since it's already 6x6. What we need to do is score, and on your trimmer, the light blade, see the difference in color? The light blade is your scoring blade. So we're gonna take the cutting blade out of the way, and we're gonna place our 6x6 Designer Series paper at the 2-inch mark. So right there's the 2 and the end of the paper on the 2. And we're just going to score. Now when I'm scoring on Designer Series paper, I'd rather go up and down a few times lightly than press really hard and possibly tear this. Now I'm going to slide down to the end of my paper on the 4-inch mark. And I am going to score again. Okay, then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to do the same exact thing a second time. 2-inch mark and the 4-inch mark. Hi, Pam. Okay, so it's all scored. So you guys know what we do now. We burnish, we fold on all the score lines, and then we burnish with our bone folder. So I'm just going to fold these now because I have something else I'm going to score, and then I'll burnish them when they're both done. Now what I do differently than a lot of people, hi Lynn, a lot of other demonstrators, is I take the back, see the back, this had the printing of a Designer Series paper pack. I take that cardboardish thin paper. It's thicker than cardstock, but it's not real thick cardboard. And this is cut down to 6x6. And I am going to score that just like I scored the designer series paper. The reason I do this is because I like my baskets to hold up and be sturdy. If you make it with just designer series paper, it could be a little flimsy. If it's just decoration or something at your table, like a place setting or something, that's fine. But if you're going to actually, hi Michelle, put candy in it and give it away, you want people to be able to hold on to it and it to hold the candy or whatever you put in there and to be sturdy, correct? So that is why I do this. So now we're going to burnish, like I said, all the score lines. Hey, Debbie, welcome back. And I will write out the sizes of the cardstock and the score lines for you. Okay, so this one I didn't burnish yet. Let me go back and burnish that. Burnishing does make a big difference, so you don't want to skip that step. And then with this designer series paper, you're going to decide which side you want to be your outside of your basket. I think I'm going to have the wild side, as I say it, as I call it, the more tie-dye. Okay, so the liquid glue. You guys know that I use it in these little containers that I got on Amazon for precise placing. And then I also said to keep some in the regular tube that it comes in because it's double-sided and one side has a wide tip that we hardly use ever, but this is one of the times when we do use it. So I'm going to take my silicone craft sheet. Let's see if that glue's not quite dry because I just made one a little while ago. And I'm going to take the white end of my glue and I am going to just get it all over this 6x6. Squeezing lightly. See how much faster it is because the tip is wide. Hi, Terry. Welcome back, everybody. And you want to kind of just make sure you get the corners and the edges so it sticks well. Okay, so now I'm going to be careful and place this designer series paper onto the backing of my designer series 12x12s, the cardboard. Try to get it as even as you can. And I see I got a little bit of glue there. So it's not quite dry, but I'm going to try to erase it anyway. Okay. Okay, so there's going to be the inside of my basket. And then the designer series paper is going to be the outside of my basket. So now we have score lines here and here, and then two more here and here. I know they're hard to see. So let's fold those again gently, just so we can see where we're cutting when we start to cut. All right, and I purposely score the cardboard and the DSP separately, so when I put them together, they are a little bit easier to bond with each other and fold without tearing. Okay, so now you can pick either side. I'm going to pick these two and then opposites, these two. And I'm going to cut from the bottom up to the first score line. Hi, Sandy. These Easter baskets are so cute, especially since you know you're going to have different sizes to work with. You have so much designer series paper. Hi, Janet. That you can just whip out a ton of these with no problem at all. Okay, so now, see how I have that cut? Now I'm going to take my tear and tape. I'm going to push up the middle. Get that out of my way. And I'm going to put tear and tape on these two ends and these two ends here. So I'm just going to tear a little piece, place it there, tear a little piece, place it there, and the exact same thing on the opposite side. Okay, and then you guys know the next step, right? Burnish. In order to use tear and tape, in order for the protective coating that's on the actual tape to come off easily, you must take your bone folder or an old credit card or gift card or something that you can press on this and burnish this down, and then the tape covering will release easily. You can use take your pick tool if you'd like. You don't have to, but if you have it, a lot of people like to do that. I just take my fingernail and I go in the middle of whatever size piece there is and pull up very easily, so I need no tools at all for this part. Okay, so now I'm just going to crisscross these over. 1 and press, 2 and press. Then I'm going to turn it around, press, crisscross, and press. And we have a cute basket, that simple, that you can decorate however you'd like. Now I'm going to take, let's see, I have a piece of 6x6, the same paper that was already used for something else. So I'm going to go to that same pattern, back to my cutting tool, and I think I'll do about 3/4 of an inch strip wide. And then I'm going to come over to my cardboard and do 3/4 of an inch on that as well, so I can make a handle. So we do the same thing. We take our silicone mat and our cardboard and our Tombow, the wide end, and squeeze a little out and run it down, making sure again we get the corners and the edges. And then we lay this piece down on top for the handle. Okay, I've got a little bit of overhang there, so that's very easy to get rid of. We're just going to take our snips and cut that down. Now I'm going to take my piercing mat and my take your pick tool, and I'm going to punch a hole, not too close to the edge, so I'm just going to go in a tad and punch a nice size hole, in a tad, and punch a nice size hole. Then I'm going to come back to my basket, and I'm going to have to go through 3 layers because there's a square in there. So just pick a point and just push take your pick tool in. And I just go back and forth, round and round until it starts to come through. Because I don't want this, see it coming through like that? Just make sure your fingers aren't in the way so you don't hurt yourself. I want to put this together with a brad, because even though tear and tape is really, really strong with kids pulling and pushing and grabbing and, getting their things in and out, it could tear apart. Let me see, how low did I get? Try to get it even. I think I'm going to put this one here, so it's only going to go through one this time. And I'm just rotating this back and forth until I get a good size hole there. Then we're going to go to our brads. I think one of my last lives I used the brads. I'll use the white ones this time. And you just put the handle, put the legs through the handle, and then through the basket, and then open up the legs. Hi, Cookie. Same thing, come around, put the brads through the handle, the brad's legs, and then in the other hole. Push it through, and I've already talked to you before about how easy these legs bend. And I'm spinning them so they're laying like this. I like them both to lay the same direction. Okay, there is a cute little Easter basket that now you can decorate however you'd like. Again, that punch, if you're the lucky winner this month, all you have to do is place an order with me and your name's going to get in the drawing. You could win this punch. You can use that to decorate, or you could stamp an image, or you can add ribbon, or the brads are cute as is, so you could just leave it. You don't have to add anything if you don't want to. Hi, Annie. Thank you for the prayers, Beverly. I really appreciate that. See that? How cute that is? So let's get our mini glue dots. And I'm going to stick it behind this one here. And I'm going to see if I can tuck it underneath that brad. No, I can, but I have to open up the legs and push it out a hair and then do it. So it's not difficult. So I want to do the same with this one. And if you can't get your fingers there under the brad, then just go back to take your pick tool and push it in. Now press your brad down and open the legs back up. And then you have cute little sprigs, and you can just keep adding until you like the way that looks. Or a circle with Happy Easter, or a banner, or whatever you want. And of course, you could do both sides. Okay. So let's see what other sizes we have. They're all made the exact same way, except the measurements. So look at this cutie. Look at that. Candy Kisses, so shreddy. Candy Kisses, or Peeps, or whatever. See the difference in size? And this is the Heart and Home Designer Series paper. But see how sturdy my baskets are because of the cardboard? If you didn't add cardboard, it would be just the strength of the actual Designer Series paper. Look at this one. Isn't that cute? That's a good size. So we've got 3 different sizes right there. Now you probably see better that way. And then, if you don't even want to cut down your 12 by 12, you can do the same thing. Your basket's going to be bigger than this one because this one is 7.5 by 7.5. So let me get a pen and a Post-it note and write down for you Where's my ink pen? There it is. Oh, that's my full, not this one. Those are my full Post-it notes. So I like to save those for occasions that I need. So if you were to do a 12 by 12, and you can take a snapshot of this when I'm done writing, piece of designer series paper, you want to score, like I showed you, at 4 and 8. Then turn it around and score at 4 and 8 again and cut it like I showed you. Okay? If you want this size, isn't it adorable? I know, Beverly. I love this bunny. Oh, and the reason I was showing that bunny in that color is because it's one of the in colors that's going to be going away, a cinnamon cider, and that's the color of this designer series paper too. And I really like that color a lot. So if you don't have it, order it and get the refill. So, or maybe even 2 refills, so you have it forever and a day. If you don't have the refill, then it will run out eventually. Okay, so this size here is the designer series paper and the cardboard are 7.5 by 7.5. And then you score at 2.5 and 5, both sides. Okay, then right now I just made a 6 by 6 for you. That's this one. And you're going to score at 2 and 4. And then the little bitty cutie pie one, the designer series paper and the cardboard is 4.5 by 4.5. And you score at 1.5 and 3, both sides. Okay? So you go for it, and you take all that designer series paper that you've been hoarding, and you make baskets for your friends and family. For the elderly, they just love little things like this. Just add Shreddy, add your chocolate bunnies, fill it full of kisses or whatever, candy, the Easter eggs, whatever you like to put in there, and have a darling little gift that costs you next to nothing. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Okay, I hope to be here Sunday. So if I cannot be, I will announce it that I will not be here. But I hope to be here Sunday. Okay, any questions? All right, you have no excuse. It'd be nice wherever you're going on Easter to hand somebody a cute little basket with some little treats inside. It sure would be cute. And then these little cellophane bags that I showed you this morning, you could even put these inside a cellophane bag and tie up the top. Missed you too, Annie. All right, take care, ladies. Have a nice afternoon. No questions, so I'm going to run. Okay, bye-bye.